So today we are looking at a weapon that has flown under the radar for a long time, mainly because of the crafted Peace of Mind pulse rifle. I'm sure you're all familiar with that pulse rifle. However, Peace of Mind recently got nerfed. Its zoom got knocked down from 19 to 18. And I was thinking, that was a really nice zoom value it once had. You know, 19 zoom allowing you to map people from so far away with such a fast firing gun is very strong. And then my mind got taken back to this weapon that you see here on your screens. It was at one point in time earnable in Iron Banner. However, I believe a few seasons back it was removed from the loot pool, and now you can no longer obtain this weapon. So if you are kind of new to the game, you just have to hold onto your horses a little bit, because Bungie will put it back in the loot pool eventually. Those of you who've played over the years, you probably have a couple of these in your vault. You probably just haven't even looked at them in so long because, you know, Peace of Mind exists and no time to explain, and you know, there's so many good pulse rifles in the game. However, I'm really glad that I decided to take a look into my vault and pull this thing back out. 19 zoom, 540 RPM, kinetic pulse rifle with a handling perk and a damage perk. This thing is an absolute beast. And when I took it into the Crucible, I mean, I knew it was a good gun, but I'd forgotten just how good this thing actually is. It is an absolute beast, my friends. Now, some of you probably already know by now what I'm talking about. Some of you are waiting to find out, and I will show you in just a quick second. What is this gun called? What are the perks on it? I know you want to know. So let's take a look at it. Before we do that though, a quick request on my part to you guys to smash like on this video. If you haven't subscribed yet to the channel, consider doing so. If my voice sounds a little bit weird, I am kind of ill right now. Not feeling too great, but bit of a workaholic. I have to upload every single day, and if I don't upload, I don't feel good. So we uploaded anyway. So what are we looking at here? Of course, it is the time-worn SPIRE, absolute classic gun. Iron Banner kinetic 540 RPM pulse rifle, and you can see my roll right here as well. We've got quick draw, we've got rampage, we've got red dot micro, we've got ricochet rounds, we've got stability masterwork, all of the bells and whistles you need really on a good old pulse rifle, my friends. I got that thang on me, and that thang is rampage on a 540 pulse. It is very nice. We're going for full auto retrofit here. Look at my recoil direction, 60. I know what you're thinking. Shake, use a counterbalance stocks. You've got a recoil stat ending in 5. Yes, you should do that, especially if you need that. Me, I don't need that. You know why? Because I can control the recoil. Now, just watch the gameplay. Can you tell that this thing doesn't have a recoil stat ending in 5? I know people fixate on that a lot, but I'm really adamant that it's not the end of the world if your weapon doesn't have perfectly vertical recoil. You know, what happened to good old-fashioned recoil control, brothers? Or as my haters in the comment section like to say, I'm using hacks or Cronus or Zim or whatever. But no, it's just good old-fashioned recoil control. And I think full auto on a 540 is too good to turn down, in my opinion. And a lot of people don't agree, but I think it's just so nice to not have to worry about getting that max rate of fire cadence as well as having to hit your shots. I think full auto just makes these things way better. But to each their own, you know, maybe you don't agree. I really am a huge fan though of time-worn SPIRE with full auto, and quick draw and rampage is a fantastic perk combination. Let me explain why. One of the big weaknesses for 540 RPM pulse rifles is the handling. Quick draw completely negates that, so you've got a perk that just sorts you out right there. Boom, you don't need nothing. You've got your handling sorted. Quick draw has taken care of that. It also just allows you to play aggressively, which Bungie hate at the moment, obviously with all of the nerfs to sliding and jumping and just general, you know, anti-aggression stance that Bungie have on the game right now, which personally I absolutely hate. I don't know how you guys feel about it. And then rampage, I think, is a very good perk on 540s. Obviously they have fantastic damage as it is, however they do require you to hit almost all of your crits. Rampage will alleviate that a little bit, and it's just really nice when you've killed one guy and there's a second guy approaching. You can just absolutely rip his health apart. Full auto as well kicking in. It's just a fantastic combination all around. I'm also a huge fan of the sight that I'm using right here, the red dot micro. I do have a sneaking suspicion that when this weapon gets put back into the pool for Iron Banner, it will come back with a fixed sight and fixed zoom stat, and I would not be surprised to see it come back with like 17 or 18 zoom and with just one sight. I hope this is the sight that they choose, or the red dot 2 MOA sight. One of those two sights is the way to go. We do have an ocular sight as well on this weapon, so we can even get our range all the way up to like 21 on this weapon. But I think the downsides are way too severe to ignore in that case, because it just makes the gun so clunky for what its, you know, normal purpose, which is mid-range. So I wouldn't recommend using one of those sights, but if it works for you, then go for it. Me personally, I wouldn't recommend it. You can see how good this thing is when you get weapons of light going as well. It's just a very, very good weapon for being aggressive, and range isn't a problem as well with that 19 zoom value that we have. But we don't just get 19 zoom and it's really zoomed in. It's a nice little it's a nice mid-range red dot, but it gives you 19 zoom, which is very, very high for this archetype. And the average zoom level would probably be like something like 17 for this archetype. Those no scopes would have been clean with that prediction grenade. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, COVID is kicking my ass, but yeah, I don't know, man. I just have to keep that daily upload streak going. I can't help it. Look at the range on this gun. Now, I'm not looking for sympathy, but I am going to remind you guys right here that smashing like on this video is absolutely supreme, my friends. It's just the way to go. And if you haven't joined us and you haven't subscribed, well, let me just kill this guy real quick and then subscribe to the channel, because we are growing. The channel is growing. We're getting lots of new subs. I really, really am grateful for that. I would love to hit 200,000 subscribers within like the next, I don't know, maybe like halfway through 2023. If we could hit 200k, that would be amazing. A little bit optimistic maybe, but that grenade was optimistic and it still landed. So you never know, do you? You never know, my friends. How are you guys finding the Crucible at the moment? What is your favorite weapon to use? Are you guys enjoying the sidearm meta? I personally, I don't hate sidearms or anything, or, you know, I don't hate sidearms. However, I just really hate the AE system that's kind of bottlenecking players into making certain choices. Now, there'll always be a meta, but, you know, I like using Colony, right? You know what I'm saying? And it's not meta, but it's funny. And I kind of just like using whatever I want, you know? And AE really, I do feel the bottleneck of AE at the moment. So that's my #1 complaint. But, you know, overall, can't complain too much, you know? Still able to pump out the content for you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Ooh, that was a crispy little headshot. I had a lot of fun when I paired up a sniper with this weapon, because you've got so much versatility. Because our 540 with full auto, it can operate in close ranges, man. Sometimes I was gunning SMG users with this gun. The time to kill values are very similar, to be fair. And then you've got the sniper rifle where you can whiff shots like that. You know, it's a really, really versatile loadout. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm just a huge fan of this gun. I had a lot of fun using it, man. I think I racked up close to 500 kills on it. And, you know, look at this range here. Like, granted, that guy's not hitting his shots, I'm not going to lie, but just the fact that it's got so much range when they just nerfed Peace of Mind for the same reason, you know, that's what it's all about, man. It's all about getting a leg up somewhere, you know. You got to find your advantages where you can get them in the Crucible, you know. Like, I'm just going for a little jog. Where are you going? Why are you running? Hey, listen, you forgot something. This bullet in the back of your spine, mate. You forgot it. Hey, never forget, man, and never turn your back in a fight, man. Rule #1, my friend. Never turn your back in a fight. And when you come near my bubble, my friends, you are in a fight. You know what I'm saying? I am waffling right now because, you know, I'm kind of jacked up on paracetamol right now and I've got a headache. So I'm just absolutely chatting bollocks right now. Oh my God, he rolled his hat and I shot him in the shoulder. Hey, listen, what can I say, man? All is fair in love and war, especially in the Crucible. You know what I mean? Again, a little demonstration of that 19 zoom here. Watch this. Guy's miles away. Get that nade through the little doorway. Boom. Boom. There you go. Beautiful. Time War SPIRE, my friends, is an absolute classic. Probably the highest zoom 540 pulse in the game now as well. So it's got that value, my friends. Hope you enjoyed it. Once again, leave a like, drop a comment and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.